Hi everybody, Allie here with ABC Bead Supply, and here today with a tutorial for you on how to make 4 fun projects featuring 4 of our brand new silicone focal beads that have loaded to the website. This is a fun little retro flower line. We've got 2 flowers and then 2 that have words to go with them. So we've got the Bloom As You Are and the Radiate Positive Energy. Super cute focal beads. So those are all available on the site, and then we also have DIY project kits that use all of them. If you don't want to do the DIY project kits with everything prepped for you for duplicating the projects exactly, you can also buy the supplies individually a la carte, and then that way you can have a little bit more design control, make some changes, or if you already have supplies, you can get things that you need. Clickable supply links for each of these projects are on the website blog at abcbeadsupply.com, so that anything that you're still needing to duplicate the projects, you can just click on those links and it'll take you right to check out for them. So the Bloom As You Are, we made a fun little plant pick with. It's a great use of that focal bead. The Radiate Positive Energy, we did a silicone beverage cup charm, and I'm just loving the use of all of the gold silicone in this. It's something that we don't often get to use, so it was a nice change of pace. Then we also have 2 badge reels using the acrylic accents that we have custom printed and cut for you directly on acrylic, high quality acrylic with UV printing, so the printing does not rub off. These silicone flowers pair really nice with the Retro Nurse and the Retro Educator acrylic accents that we had previously launched. So I'm going to show you how to make these projects, and again, you can buy the project kits to duplicate them that way, or the supplies individually, either way. Let's start with that plant pick. And the plant picks are super easy. These are just using plant picks / cookie scribe picks. People like to use these that are bakers for spreading, popping air bubbles out of their royal icing or pushing the royal icing around on their cookies. So you can use them for that. We also like them for plant picks. We ship these with a stopper already on it. It's on the pick so that you don't lose it, because it is super tiny and clear. The Bloom, so when you set that aside, I highly recommend using a little bowl or something so you don't lose it. Bloom As You Are silicone focal bead is going to be the first one on, and then an Orchid Abacus silicone bead, and then a Barely Pink 12mm. Recommend a tiny little dab of E6000 on that stopper before you put it on for the final time. That way when you push it up next to the silicone bead, it's going to just stay put. And then these are just little stoppers. If you're using them as in the kitchen with royal icing, you're going to want to keep that on in the drawer so you don't poke yourself. If you're just using it as a plant pick, you won't need that after it chips. You can put it right into the plant just fine without that. So there is that first project. For the beverage cup charm, you're going to just take all of your silicone beads. These are food grade silicone. Same with the plant pick. All the silicone that we carry is. So you don't have to worry about getting wet. So those plant picks, if you're watering them with a watering can, no damage is going to be done to the silicone. Same thing with these beverage cup charms. If they get wet, since they're on a water bottle, absolutely no worries. They'll dry right out. When you're making the beverage cup charms, this little barrel that spins, you're going to want it to go over top of the end that has no screw rungs on it. And then you're going to start putting your beads on the end that does. Even though these holes in the silicone are going to be smaller, they are going to expand to what you're beading them onto to push over the screws. And then the 15mm, so that was a gold 12mm, a black abacus 15mm mustard with some shimmer. And then we've got a gold lentil as well, and a champagne abacus, and a gold 12mm, another one of those, and then another black lentil. So we've got 7 beads on this side. We typically only do 6, but the number of beads and the size of beads that you put on these really depends on the width of your focal bead. And this is a little bit more of a narrow one, so we need a little extra few beads on this one for it to be filled up. And then you're just going to repeat that pattern going the opposite direction. So you're going to go back in with that lentil, back in with the 12 millimeter and the abacus, another lentil, this one gold, 15 millimeter shimmer, black abacus, and gold 12 millimeter is going to be the final. So because those silicone bead holes expand and then shrink back up, you don't have to worry about them falling off. They're back to their original size, which is smaller than that end. So these aren't going to fall off on their own. You can pull them off physically the same way you put them on, but they're not going to just fall off. And then these ends of the cable are going to just connect and twist around the cup just like that to be used. Super cute project. Loving all of the gold on it, really loving it. We just don't use gold very often, so it's refreshing to see. The badge reels, so I'm just going to show you how to do one of them because they're made the same way. The only difference with these is that we have added an 8 millimeter bead on this one because of where the hole comes out on this flower. There's a little bit of a gap. This way the badge reel cap on the end is able to lay flush against a bead, and it's not going to be stuck trying to find its way in the middle of that. So that's a little tip for you when you're using, no matter what, depending on what silicone you're putting on a badge reel. Sometimes an 8 millimeter or a 12 millimeter bead between the silicone can help it lay better. The educator one doesn't need that because the hole on this flower is just going straight through. All right, so let's just show you how to make one of these, then will be done the same way. So we've got all of our supplies. You're going to take your acrylic accent. There is a protective film on the top and bottom of these that you're just going to peel off. Sometimes the top ones you actually don't have because they peel off in shipping because they're not on quite as strong as the back. But generally you're going to peel off that top, and then you're always going to peel off the back one because these are, the way that they're cut, are always on there really good. And then those plastic film pieces just prevent scratching to these during transit. And then you're going to take your badge reel accent and we're going to pull out the cord and wrap it around our hand so that the cord can't retract back into the badge reel. And then we're just going to open up this little prong at the bottom so that we can get in there and pull out and push. We're going to push up this way, and then you can either use pliers or poke it out. That knot that's holding it all in place, you're going to want to expose and then just trim off. And then you can start adding your beads, and you just want to make sure that you don't let go of so much cord that it's going to retract back up into the badge reel. You want to let out just enough so that you can get your beads on. So we're going to add the beads. We've got some acrylic and silicone, and then one of those tiny 8 millimeters, just like that. And then that final piece is going to go on. You almost always have to trim one more time because just the act of putting beads on the cord can fray it a little bit, and it's a small hole. You want it nice and sharp, nice and crisp cut. And then you'll just do another double knot just like the one that you cut off in the base of that cord. Give it a trim, and then at that point it is safe to let go, and that cord will just pop right back into your bottom just like that. And then you're going to reattach the triangular prong and the ID holder. We do have ID holder sleeves available on the website in both horizontal and vertical. We don't ship them with the kits because some people don't use them. Some people just put their ID directly on these. Other people, you've got vertical or horizontal, so different badges are issued and oriented differently. So those are an add-on purchase that are available. They also make great gift card holders. You can slip a little gift card. If you're gifting the badge reel, you can slip a little gift card and the ID badge holder to give a gift card with the badge reel. And then you're just going to use some hot glue in the center of the badge reel to attach the acrylic accent, and you are good to go. All right, so we've got, again, 2 badge reel designs. We've got the silicone beverage cup charm, and we've got a plant pick, which is so cute in there. So all of the supply lists for these, as well as all of the materials, are all available right on our website at abcbeadsupply.com.